everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good division rivalry coming up here in the AFC. And these two teams have met once already. So they are more than familiar with one another's tendencies. And maybe more importantly, their weaknesses. It's the Colts going up against the Jaguars. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, the fans in teal and black are ready to lock down the bank as you get a look inside Everbank Field, Florida. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And another timeout taken by the Colts. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7.
Come on, let's go! What? No! Ohio! Shoot! Flex round!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And just play number 1.
Come on, let's go! What? Ohio!
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
What kind of game are we going to have in store for us? I understand the call here if it's the final 2 minutes and you're losing. But this is the opening drive of the game. That is too big a chance for my blood. But give them credit. They got it to pay off.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they win big on first down. Proves unfruitful. And now a look at the defense for the Colts.
Morris Claiborne is a former first-round pick at quarterback with skills that can match up with anyone when he's at his best.
Here we go! Flex round!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to take another shot here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Their big-bodied receiver, 64 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. ground. This is Lamar Miller. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that. And when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity to win the game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And this Jacksonville Jaguar defense, Charles, they have a lot riding on the youngster Jalen Ramsey.
As you well know, he was my #1 player coming out of the 2016 draft. I loved his versatility. The big question mark, is he enough of a ball hawk? Didn't have very many interceptions in college, but boy, he does everything else that you want. Runs, hits, wraps up on his tackles. He's going to start on the corner for the Jaguars.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll try the air now with Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got his man, Hilton. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense, because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, they'll give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You could hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. And give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to let it go again. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. On second down, here's Miller. And a cut to the left sideline. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet. Running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far? It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team can have any more confidence in handing him the football.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
20.
Josh Ferguson with his first carry. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
They'll toss it to Miller. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. One receiver to the left is Evans. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Alongside the former defensive back, Charles. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Their dangerous wide receiver with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Andy. 41 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 2nd down following the run. In motion right, Dorsett. Again, it's Miller. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to go up top again. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, what a move. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
This is Miller, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. From the gun on third down, Newton. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now Miller. He's had a big workload here tonight. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing is Newton. Complete. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And they're on third and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed it to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
Now it's Miller. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Lamar Miller on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Five wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. One receiver to the left is Evans. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Lamar Miller, and some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is. Hey, you. Yeah, you. John. Why'd you skip Larry's halftime? I'm just kidding. I don't know who you are. But if you're John, I bet you're pretty freaked out for a second. All right, let's get to the third quarter. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's a give to Miller. He cuts it right and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out here in the eye. They'll run with Miller. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. Now top it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game, they want to keep it going.
Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So 2nd and 10 here. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got time in the pocket. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bernardrick McKinney in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Back to throw here. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Lamar Miller. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Dorsett, the man in motion. They keep it with Miller on first down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Fielded about a yard deep. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Evans has it left side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And the wideout in motion. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
As a general rule, when you take a deep shot downfield, it's usually a timing pattern. Quarterback in the pocket and looking to hit his receiver downfield. But when he has to move outside of it, timing often gets thrown off. And on that play, that caused the incompletion.
It's a 4-receiver look to the right side.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Buying time to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 45 yards. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw again. Flushed out right. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Braxton Miller taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Miller across the 30 to the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now in Jacksonville. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Here's Newton now on second. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Noah Spence, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. Play clock winding down. Now it's Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. 5 wides in the game. 4 of them to the right side. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Out to his left. He may try and run for this. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now a handoff to Miller. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Toss play, Ferguson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. This to make it a 3-score game late. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Let's go. Flex round.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going up top. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Philip Dorsett, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Shift together here from the D-line. One receiver to the left is Evans. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
And the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle? And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a gain there of 11 yards. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. first down. He'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Back to throw again. Forced out to his left. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Come on, flex round! Flex round!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task. While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
He'll drop to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. And they're not able to convert on fourth down. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also...
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, Your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Let's go. What? Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. They'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 40.